Hey guys, all right, so chapter 5, God's Angels and Beetles and Angels. We were just starting our life in America when my father told us about strangers. We should always treat them kindly, he said, because they could have been sent by God. He told us stories of how back home in Adi, God's angels would descend upon mountains and mingle among the people. People always mistreated the angels, my father said, because the angels never looked like angels. They are always disguised as the lowliest of beetles, beggars, vagrants, and misfits. But no matter how much the strangers resembled beetles, my father always maintained that there could be angels given to us by God to test the deepest sentiments of our hearts. When we were but infants in our new home, my father welcomed an angel into our house. This angel was particularly well disguised. He emitted the most ungodly odor, half from his nasty clothes and half from his smudged and muddy body. He walked with great weariness, as if he were about to collapse. With each step, and his spirit had almost abandoned his eyes. Maybe because my father had often been an angel himself, maybe because he had survived only through the kindness of those who could see past disguise, maybe because in Africa he had felt the deep pain of homelessness. My father welcomed the man into our home. We fed him and clothed him and gave him shelter. This angel did not have much. In fact, it looked like he had absolutely nothing. But as he left, he gave us a gift. He pulled a rainbow-colored address book out of his dirty shirt and handed it to us. We refused, but he insisted. So we accepted. For we knew that the exchange of gifts blesses the giver even more than the receiver. And even though we were not familiar with address books and had not used them before, we used his address book to store the addresses and phone numbers of our loved ones for the next several years. And we always thought of him, our angel. Most angels don't look like angels, but a few do. A 20-year-old angel with celestial face and long, streaming brown hair floated into our lives right after the other angel departed. I don't remember when she came to us, but I remember her visits. We would be cooped up in the house, our parents too scared to let us play outside and too scared to take us around themselves. And then she would come. I don't know why my parents trusted her. Maybe that's why she looked like an angel, so that they would trust her. She would take us to play soccer at Wheaton College, where she went to school, then to the playground, and then she would pull out her acoustic guitar and sing to us. Sing with us, sing to us. Then she would teach us of the lamp that guides all paths. Twill and Merritt and I were just kids. Maybe that's why we saw her for what she was and still kept her in our hearts countless heartbeats later. If you were out there, Charlene, and you're reading this, I know your heart of gold weeps and smiles. Know that we have often thought of you and looked for you. When we look, we always look towards the heavens, for we know that this is your true home. You are but a visitor here.